Yeah, I'm back.
Hi guys, it's Shaft, and we are doing another episode of Zergling Roundup. This is part number 2. With me tonight is Nightmares Tebow. He's my co-caster for the night. My organizer from the Clan Eat casting crew is going to be VVV Midget. And our guest, our esteemed and valued, not to mention undefeated so far, guest is NMX Korlith. Korlith, how you doing right now, man?
Pretty good.
That's
That
good.
break was well needed.
I figured. I usually try to work one in about halfway, if not even 2, into the whole cast. But things just didn't work out that way, so I needed to go too. Don't feel bad. But without further ado, it's Daybreak. It's TVZ. Let's get the game started, but tell me what you are planning. There's no point in launching into caster mode. If something happens, I might just drop you from the call one.
Alright. Well, if you drop me from the call, then I'll know something 6 pool is coming up.
Well, maybe, but you're the one talking, so technically you'll just be talking to yourself. You won't, hear yourself get dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use Skype that much, so I wouldn't know.
Fair enough.
So anyway, my
Okay.
game plan: take a fast expansion, then go probably into Reactor Hellion Banshee. I will not get Cloak. And then I'll take a quick third, and I'll likely float it across the gap and build a planetary there. And then from there, I'll just go mech. And with a PF at the other side of the gap, that'll be really good lane control. And if it dies, I won't really care, because come late game situation, I can just take it the other expansion in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll win the War of Attrition.
Awesome, dude. Give me just a second. Hold that thought. Tevin, go ahead.
Okay, so we're ready to go into another battle of 3. Right now we have Why So Mad, who is a 823 Masters right now. He's currently ranked 5 Masters. He's a Zerg player, and of course we have our own SCD Korlith. I keep calling you Korlith, I don't know why. But you're 113 GM, and let's get this game started. Let's go in.
All right, now go ahead, Korlith. We just wanted you to get your opponent introduced, because he is just as awesome as anyone else, and people deserve to hear about him.
Alright, back to my game plan.
Yes, sir! Tell me all about it.
So, if he goes Bird Lords, I promise you, there will be battle cruisers.
There will be battle cruisers. Cattle bruisers are on the way.
Oh yes, they will arrive, as long as it goes Brood Lords.
Okay.
Or else if I just feel like possibly making myself lose. Because they don't do so well until you have the Viking Raven support,
Uh-huh.
and you really need the Brood Lords to establish that.
Fair enough,
And then
dude.
it's also really good against the stupidly annoying queens. If you combine that with the Brood Lords, they're as frustrating as anything to deal with, unless you go ghosts. Or also have really, really good biocontrol, and you can kill the infestors.
How,
And then you're...
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then the Marines can clean up, but it usually doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm. How effective is the current, 4-queen gaseous 3-base style against Terran these days?
Well, it's usually 6 queen, I think.
Oh, is it? I've seen a lot of 4-queen
Situational.
Well, yeah, it depends on the player and the situation.
builds. Okay.
But it's really, really annoying to deal with.
Okay, and do you...
'Cause
Go ahead.
they don't make any units. They just make drones and queens.
Mhm.
Queens don't take larvae.
Fair
And they're
enough.
perfectly safe from anything sort of an all-in.
I think Marauder Hellion's pretty good against it.
Yeah.
That's an all-in.
Yeah, Matt.
And do you see a lot
Yeah.
of Roach Baneling timings behind that, or do you think that's kind of phased out of the metagame now?
Basically, most people go for a roach bane attack, or at least try if they get a fast gas or stand 2 base.
Mm-hmm.
It is very rare that I see someone go like 2 base Muta.
Okay.
Haven't seen that in a while.
I'd do that shit. DRG style all day.
Alright, so with all that being said, man, the build orders are getting a little bit varied. So we're going to drop you, and good luck.
Alright.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, so here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we've got the pink Zergy McFerguson. His name is Why So Mad! And his opponent,
Just like that.
on the top right-hand side of the map, is NMX Korlith. He's a douchebag you heard earlier. Just kidding. I love you, Korlith. Thank you for coming on the show. Okay, so we've got a 1-Rex Expo out of Korlith. He's doing this no gas. More than likely, we're going to see third orbital. Oh, nope, there's the gas now. So Hellion Banshee it is. We've also got a bunker rush. This is completely fake. Why so mad? We're going to lose a drone to this. Uh-oh, Korlith has already more than paid for this bunker rush and lost mining time, and a second drone goes down. Will a third one fall? Korlith is doing a great job. Remember, this is a fake bunker rush. 8 lings are have been produced now. 6 are on the way. 2 are already out. Queens are coming up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
1-Rax bunker rush should not be doing this much damage.
No.
Weisselman did not take this as seriously, like this bunker rush as seriously as he should have. Obviously, he's losing way too much here. He's losing all of these Zerglings, which could have been drones. He's losing, if he wanted to do a queen opener, like a 4-queen opener, he's really behind on that now. I really hope he doesn't lay those creep tumors right now. If he does.
So we do have a third orbital on the, or third command center on the way. He's probably going to turn that into an orbital. He's not going for the Hellion Banshee. I was thinking, why do you think he got these 2 gas so early?
It might just be for when he throw. Oh, actually no, he's already thrown out of factory. It might be Cloak Banshees then. Maybe Reactor. Yeah, Reactor Hellions maybe into Cloak Banshees.
Okay.
Seeing as he did so much damage early on. Oh, actually no, he's gonna go for the mech style.
Alright, so he's just getting that set up for mech. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. It just didn't seem like he was going to go for the Banshees. I mean, he may eventually get Banshees, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't seem, I don't know.
Yeah, he usually does get a Banshee. Like, he usually gets some Hellions and then some Banshee or 2 just to try to deny a third or...
Oh, okay.
Not, but...
So more playing the player, not the game. I got you. That's interesting.
Let's see. So he's actually getting 6 queens. We have 1 gas to take in. He does have enough for speed, which he does go for first instead of layers, so that's a good choice. He's gonna need it.
How far behind is the Zerg right now?
Well, he has 37 drones against 34 SCVs. I actually thought he lost more workers than he did, so he's actually not in that horrible of shape, but he made a lot of lings earlier on, and those all could have been drones, so he'd probably be sitting pretty around 47 right now instead of the 41.
Korlith getting his third up 8 minutes into the game. Why So Mad's finishing as well. Both players going to get their thirds mining at the same time. Is the right response for Why So Mad to do a timing attack or take another base?
Well, he definitely needs a scout, and he's not really going to get any scouting information due to the lack of a layer, meaning unless he sacrifices the Overlord at the top left of Mad's base, which is actually interesting. I like the scouting path he's choosing because he's actually going to see Korlith has taken this base, and then he's going to see
Planetary.
Everything. Yeah, that's going to freak him out a little bit because there was actually nothing Weisselman can do against that because Lings obviously aren't going to do shit.
Yeah, tier 1, No answer to planetary. Luckily, you don't see planetaries in Tier 1 because it sets the Terran behind. Mules are so OP.
Yeah. And Weisselman has so much money right now. Oh, he's losing a lot.
There's that Banshee we were debating. But,
Wow.
ouch, ouch, will the Banshee fall? Oh, one hit left. Midget, technically you're supposed to be in channels promoting the show right now. Thank you.
Yeah,
There's that fourth base.
Finally, it is really late. He did scout the third base of Korlith a long time ago, so it should have actually been started a long time.
Huge drone kills at the third. 27 workers killed. Right now, 28. Oh my god, those blue flame hellions.
Yeah, that's just going to make this mech even stronger. So, I mean, Lysamad's in a huge amount of trouble right now.
Oh, total drones
Wow.
killed from that attack, 35.
We have a layer here, but I mean, there's only 2 gases being used at the moment. 43 drones, that's not even enough to fully saturate 2 bases. So, he's not in very good shape right now.
The interesting part is he's ahead on supply.
Yeah, that's because of roaches. Roaches are a huge supply eater. I mean, he has 13 roaches, that's 26 supply. These roaches are unupgraded, so this planetary can just get repaired and literally kill all of these. So,
Ouch.
yeah, planetaries are good.
It's not really that planetaries are good. I think it's that the Terran units just work so well together. Because imagine planetaries without repair. Not such a big deal. Imagine repair without wall-ins or like a depot that could wall down, or buildings that could fly and move around. Well, all of a sudden, siege tanks aren't so good. Having the wall-in with the repair with constant DPS behind it, not so good. But everything in Terran just works so well together and mesh that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that. These roaches coming in, picking off an SCV, but pick off a few more, but that's going to be it.
Ooh, these Banshees doing, really defending this attack by themselves.
41 damage already done, 41 workers already killed, 46 now.
You see
50.
Ravens a lot more in TVZ. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
A sec, well, we had a huge drone kill there. We're now up to 56 drone kills. There was about 15 killed there. Ravens in CVT are extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you go Broodlords, I guess it really depends on the what the composition is. So let's say if they go Broodlords, and even if you only had like 4 Ravens and they all had secret missiles, if you don't spread out your Broodlords, it's just like a vortex. They're all just gonna die, like immediately. So it just makes you have to pay attention that much more to your units as a Zerg. You can't just 1A and derp into a Terran army and still win. You actually have to control your units. So
we are now at 73 workers killed.
That's insane.
And the crazy part is, Why So Mad is only 3 harvesters behind.
Yeah, but you also have to think, 73 workers and he's only at 120 supply. And why is that? Because 73 of his larvae have died and have been replaced with more drones instead of army. So
that is probably contributing to this 20 supply gap between the 2 players.
Oh yeah. But I don't think Korlith has scouted this bottom base here. Actually, yes he has.
But has Why So Mad scouted the 4th of Korlith? No. Uh-oh! There are Hellions in your base. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
He actually has 100 drones, so Korlith's helping him out here by clearing some out.
Yeah. 14 infestors on the way, 11 roaches, plus 1 ranged. Finishing up, these tanks are sieging the 5th base of Waisamad. Waisamad forced to pull the drones, but they are going to die just as the gas is finished. 1-1 upgrades are on the way for the Zerg. Like I said, he's got missile ranged attack. That's going to be really good against the mech composition Korlith has shown, but with so many tanks, will roaches really matter?
But the problem here is, Korlith has many tanks, and roaches are not good versus tanks unless you get a good surround. And on this map, it's kind of hard to get a surround because there's not too many pathways you can go unnoticed from. So these infestors, I mean, we should see Burrow play, but he actually doesn't even have any Burrow. So, and you have to have Burrow versus mech. So, it's just because he's so far behind. He's missing out on so much tech. Like, he should be on Hive by now. He should be knowing it's mech.
There are cattle bruisers on the way. 3 battle cruisers. After, God knows, 112 workers killed. But Waisamad has Neural Parasite on the way. Does Neural Parasite work against battle cruisers?
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
Okay, how good are they against battle cruisers?
Well, does he have Yamato cannon? Not yet. Well, with siege tanks, it's not going to work at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There are 2 spires on the way, very indicative that Waisamad is going to be going for that Broodlord comp. Korlith said this is exactly what he feels comfortable against, most comfortable against, in fact. So, we'll see him at his finest. Korlith, don't be a jerk and kill him before the battle cruisers get out.
And for people who don't know, if you actually fungal siege tanks that are on siege, they are unable to siege for the duration of that fungal.
Not really good to clump them up like this when there's so many infestors on the map either.
Yeah, Korlith's actually just setting up for a bit of a mini contain here, so...
Well, he has most of the map, and he's even skipped this middle base just so he could take bases on Waisamad's side. And it's not so much the economy that's the issue. We did talk earlier about, splitting the map, denying your opponent resources, but I don't think that's playing into this time. I think it's having these forward planetary fortresses that he can just kind of defend and work his way forward defensively.
We should see all of these command centers turned into orbitals here soon, I think. So... See, this is an orbital. Yeah. And that's going to be a planetary at that base. So.
Interestingly, he will probably sacrifice most of those SCVs as well, get that supply count even higher.
That's actually one thing you don't really see Korlith do a lot, actually, is sacrifice SCVs. He likes to have his money.
Well, mules are even better, aren't they? When you have like 20 orbitals.
Oh, they are, but he just doesn't do it.
I got you. Okay, fair enough. Now, Korlith is going to get in position to clear out the roaches. And we see Waisamad seeing the battle cruisers. Is he going to troll the low to a victory? Or will he hang his head in shame and defeat?
I'm really disappointed in Waisamad's upgrades here. I mean, he's only 1-1, and you need to catch up, and... Well, you just always need to be par with mech upgrades or ahead, so...
Ooh, good fungal there on those pumped up tanks. Yeah. But he's losing a lot of infestors.
Yeah, he lost a lot. And these corruptors are basically useless. I mean, yeah, he has 2 battle cruisers. That's...
Well, 5 Broodlords are on the way.
Okay, yeah, we got Broodlords, that's good. But I mean... Here we'll see the Seeker missiles come into play. Corruptors tend to bunch when they attack, so...
Yeah. Ouch. Well, Korlith is definitely ready for the macro game. He has an expansion on every open base. Ouch. Battle cruisers are getting targeted down now. Vikings are being sent out, Ravens sent out, but none of it will be able to handle the sheer number of corruptors at this point in the game.
Wow, 10 Vikings at a time.
Yet
So I
it
think
won't
you
really
might be-
matter. He's already in a position from having the battle cruisers to deal with the broodlords, and he's marching right on into the main of his opponent.
With these siege tanks, wow, you'd never see a siege tanks do this in a regular game.
The beauty of Korlith's play, man, this guy is sick. So where would you rate him on the NMX team? Is he one of your best guys?
Yeah, he's definitely our best player.
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's the most consistent when it comes to record-wise, like getting us wins and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
can always count on him for a win or two. Well, usually 3 or so.
And does he perform well in tournaments?
Oh yeah, cause like you just stated, he was in the CSL and their team actually won, and so they got a good prize money there. So
Okay.
he always goes and play him. He does pretty good actually. The last one that I seen him in, he was in the semifinals, I think it was. So I mean, he does really well.
That is awesome. All right. So you can just tell from the production tab, like, who's leading this game. Korlith has never been behind on the production tab. Like, there's literally always more stuff being made by Korlith.
Oh yeah. Too bad there wasn't Ravens in this army, because I mean, Seeker Missile would just light these corruptors up.
Well, it won't even matter. The broodlords are getting targeted down large enough for Vikings there to single shot them.
Yeah, there you go. You want to fight with the Thor there. Thors actually do pretty good damage against corruptors, because like I said, they bunch up. So
The armor doesn't factor into it as much.
the armor definitely, actually, it doesn't have any carapace. But
Well, it's an armored unit itself, so it already has 2 armor.
oh yeah. No, yeah, but even like any damage is good damage.
Okay,
So.
dope. Oh, you don't.
And plus the Thor is +3, right? So.
Fair enough. Yeah, that does change the tide.
Yeah. So it's still doing 7 damage, and it attacks 4 times. So, 28 every volley. Adds up.
Well, Skyzer.
Guys, are
Well, everybody loves the Skyzer. Skyzer! Skyzer!
alright. Here we go. There's no secret missiles. Get your ravens out of there. Okay, PDDs, whatever.
Does
Yeah.
point defense sure defend against broodlings?
No.
Okay.
I think they used to at one point, but that got nerfed. So.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, because that was a little bit OP. Like, that just wasn't fair.
Yeah.
But back then, ravens weren't even really used, so.
Queens. That was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for the queens.
Yeah. Just the sheer number of Vikings here is what's changed the tide. Not enough infestors? Is that what this is coming down to?
Yeah, he definitely needed infestors here. I mean, Sky Terran is so difficult to deal with, and especially when they still have all those siege tanks. So I mean, yes, infestors are good, but you can't actually engage the Vikings because the siege tanks are right there. So I mean, you can't Nero Ravens. You can fungal Vikings.
Mhm.
Like, you might lose some infestors, so it's tough.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Everything went better than expected.
Yeah, that was ridiculously good, man.
Well, yeah, I did not expect my bunker to finish.
That's
Yeah.
definitely something we noticed.
Yeah, the
And,
second I saw that bunker finish, I knew I was in such a good position.
Tebow,
At that
I'm going to
point,
let you handle
I
this
stopped
interview
taking it
while I go grab a soda.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it, homie.
Oh man. So what do you think? Okay, well I'll tell you. I didn't check at the very end, but after all the Hellion kills, I think it racked up to about 73 drone kills you got there,
It was a
and
lot.
that's just insane. I mean, I don't feel like doing math right now, but that's a lot of minerals spent in drones that were just killed.
Well, because he wasn't defending against them. He would never have units at each base ready for the Hellions. The Hellions would run in, kill some drones, and then he'd go to them.
Yeah, like I did like your contain though. With your I mean, your third base was what the fuck's it called? Planetary fortress, and then later on you took his base as a planetary fortress as well. So it's
Well,
just a
yeah,
contain.
because taking those bases, it actually makes it easier to defend. Besides the
Yeah,
fact that it allows me to take orbitals safer in the back, but putting a base there actually shuts down the number of attack paths you have.
do you think it's worth it though? I mean, you're sacrificing a lot of mules for planetaries instead, because generally Terran like to get at least 3 orbitals quickly and then a planetary. So I mean, when you're going like planetary, maybe even planetary again before all these orbitals, do you think that's worth it?
Oh, it's by far worth it because I'm going mech. I don't need the minerals.
Yeah,
Like
you just
all
need gas.
what I really want is zone control. So zone them out so we cannot attack through that. It means my mech army is less spread out, and also
Yeah.
really helps in war of attrition. Because if I get 7 bases and he gets 5, it's not going to be very fair. Well, as you just saw, it won't be fair.
That was ridiculous. Now
Yes.
tell me, I'm sure both are true, but what was your major reason for this decision? You had the planetaries up in forward positions, and you skipped that middle base right there. Was that about taking his bases and denying him those resources like we saw earlier? Or was that more about the slow push forward?
Well, it's both. It prevents him from counterattacking and flanking, and it denies him the expansions. Because I will get more money than him at the end, and plus it'll be really cost inefficient for him to attack a base that's already partially mined out as well.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
what do you think is the best way to counter that? I know we talked about this yesterday, but I mean, do you have any hints or tips for other Zergs out there who would like to know how to deal with mech of this type?
Well, this was a really good example because he was losing drones everywhere.
Yet he was still on par. That was incredible.
Yeah,
I
Zerg's
mean,
pretty good.
he was in drones, yes, but in tech, no.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, like as you saw, when I just took my army and denied the one base, like I knew he had nothing, so I was like, all right, he cannot have anything. He's gonna have drones and queens.
Okay.
Probably could have just kept going and killing them,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of wanted to make battle cruisers.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay. That'll work. That'll work.
this,
Is there
this
anything...
game might devolve into kind of monotonous flying around waiting
Ah.
battle cruiser fight.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe he'll have a ace up his sleeve. Who knows? You might even see a 6 pull.
Well, I think I'm gonna go bio this map just because I don't really want to get into another hour-long game with battle cruisers and Ravens and Vikings. Well, because the MLG version doesn't have the islands, and with a lot of areas, you can just defend the island no problem. And without that, it's kind of more challenging.
Okay. Works for me, man. Well, guys, are we about ready to get this game started?
Yeah, I'm all set up.
Okie dokie. Why so mad? Why so mad? Why so mad? Pay attention. Why so mad?
Let's see.
Yay!
Okay, there. All right. A new map is MLG Metropolis. It's Weisselmad's decision, so let's see how this goes.
Good luck, have fun to both players.
Now, since my build worked so nicely last time, I'm gonna go for the Hellions, but then I'm gonna have Marauders to back them up. Because his bases won't be connected with creep again. And if I can get him running around in circles, a quick bio follow-up should straight up kill him. Assuming I can just keep him to continue to re-drone.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, what are your thoughts on this map? And wow, it has been. I thought this used to be like... Okay, never mind. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this map?
It really favors like the Terran for turtling the late game.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, you don't want to turtle too hard, and let the Zerg get both the map bases in the middle.
What's
So
the
if you
big
go-
deal about the bases in the middle?
Well, it'll be a 7 base on 5 base, and you'll never win that war of attrition.
I see. Okay.
So if you go for a mech based, it'll be more challenging to deny those 2 bases should it come to a war of attrition. And then for bio, you can just drop repetitively, and just to be really, really annoying.
Okay.
Well, I also think he's gonna do something along the same idea of kind of try and cheese me with Broodlords like he did last time, but make nothing else.
How is that Broodlord cheese?
Well, he made no other units to defend my army, just kind of let my entire army just kill his base until Broodlords were done. Not to mention he suicided all of his infestors into my tanks, which
Yeah, that
was pretty
bad.
nice.
That was bad. Okay, so what's the deal with this barracks? It's not blocking your ramp.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you get out of the call. I'll drop you myself so it doesn't mess with your game. I'll catch you on the other side, man. Thank you. Okie doke. So, on the 12 o'clock position of MLG Metropolis, it is the Blues Zergling Ferguson. His name is Why So Mad. And his opponent on the 6 o'clock position, cross positions, it's the Purple Terran, SCD Korlith, and he really loves this weird position barracks. No, actually, it's a mistake, but I'm not going to tell you guys that. It's our little secret. So,
Yep.
One Rex Expo, very standard today's metagame, and very big map, cross positions. This is really, really good for Korlith.
Let's see here. So, okay, never mind. I was gonna say why so mad might think that it's actually just a command center first, but obviously this Marines are. I was a little busy texting, so I didn't actually notice what was going on here.
No problem. Yeah, there's a bunker rush at the natural. It has finished. 3 workers have been killed, so this is actually apparently
last
something
time.
wise. Well, yeah. But why? Oh, we're losing that SCV though. But yeah, Weisselmad obviously has some issues holding this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean it's just a simple case of pulling a drone, right-clicking on the SCV, and then shift-clicking on it, so the drone forever follows it. But
Ouch. Well, the Marine does die. Bunker is going to be salvaged, and Weisselmad is behind at not much cost to Korlith.
But he did react a lot better this time. He didn't make all those lings, so he has adapted to that play.
That's true. There's another command center on the way for Korlith, who is sacrificing supply a little bit, but getting the economy advantage. His third's going to be done by the time Weisselmad starts his.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, so third's already dropped for Weisselmad, so this is a lot different than we've seen last game.
Weisselmad actually has an Overlord about to get sniped by Korlith.
Yeah.
Oops.
Shoot.
That's not what you want to do. He will end up supply blocking him short term.
Yeah. I wonder what we're going for here. Barracks. Okay, so Hellions. Oh yeah, I guess he was gonna say. I guess he said he was gonna go follow up with the Marauders. I'm surprised he's not actually taking all 4 gases at the same time. Usually you see a lot of Zergs do that when they do the 4 queen opening, they take all 4 gas at the same time. That way they can get their speed and layer upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Yep, when I do it, like, I'm a Zerg player. When I do it, I love the 3 base, 3 gas Roach Baneling timing. About 12 minutes. Like, I love it. But it's something a lot of people say doesn't work anymore.
Anytime, like, I tried to steal that from Stefano when he did his Roachling. Is it just Roachling
Well,
and then Baneling, or is it Roachling?
there's a Roachling and there's a Roach Baneling, and then there's many variations thereof. Some people will do the 2. The one I'm talking about is 3 base. You get 3 base, you get pretty much full saturation on all 3, and then you take 3 gas, get your layer, get ling speed, +1 melee, and you get roach speed. Oh, but anyway, there are Hellions in the 3rd, killing off some drones. Just more drones kills in this game. 10 drones, 11 drones dead. This is apparently what makes Korlith happy in life, killing drones.
Yeah, we have 15 drones in production here, so he's going to pop up back into the 60 range that he was just at. He was sitting at 64, nice and pretty, but he had no units, so he couldn't really defend his drones.
Right. We have 2 more Al-Qaeda Hellions popping out. I call them Al-Qaeda Hellions because their main goal in life is to suicide, and that makes them happy.
Yeah, well, we have the Marauders and Marines out in the middle of the field here too. So actually, I don't think he's going to suicide these ones. I think he's going to wait for the army to get here and just want to do one big attack.
Uh-oh.
Try to do
Getting a little sneaky. His opponent has seen the Hellion harassment. Now, he may be prepped for that with a couple spine crawlers, some pretty good queen positions and whatnot. But, the rest of this, he may not be ready for. This Marauder Hellion.
Oh, the spine isn't in place. He's going to snipe that. Yep.
Ouch. But there's a lot of lings here. Will it be enough?
It is a lot of lings, but the Marauders are really good meat shields for the Hellions.
Truer words have not been spoken. 2 queens dying, but this other spine crawler is in position. It's going to giraffe headbutt a couple of units, but ultimately will not survive. SCV Korlith has broken through the front door. Drones are going to be pulled. Oh, trying to defend with drones, never a wise decision. 27 workers killed. Lings are being produced, trying to hold this off and stay safe. But
That was really good attack.
yes, sir.
I mean, he's now up to 60 SCVs. He just came out of nowhere with all these SCVs, because last time I checked he was at 39, so...
Yeah. Well, when you have 3 orbitals and another command center on the way, you can make a lot of workers really, really quickly. And 3 overlords have been sacrificed into the natural of Korlith. I'm not sure what that was about.
A little bit of a miss rally, but, you know, what can you do?
Hey, that was pretty good scouting information.
Sure, I mean, I guess.
Well, Lings are getting cleared off the map. Why So Mad does not want to throw in the towel just yet, but he's sweating to death.
Just Lings so far. Where do we have an infestation pit? Yep. Should be seeing the upgrade for that here really soon. I mean, he has a lot of minerals and a lot of gas.
He's way oversaturated in his main, undersaturated in his natural, undersaturated in his 3rd, and then obviously his 4th and 5th are just coming up. Why So Mad is definitely not playing at the level that his rank indicates, but Korlith, man, his aggression, his tricks, is just pain in the arseness.
Taking down
fucks
another
with
drone
someone.
there. These 2 Marine drop. I like that why so mad is actually double expanding here. You usually see this with Muta openings, but he's feeling pretty confident with this. I don't think Korlith has seen that. He's seen one base, but he didn't see the other one. Lucky for him because Korlith is doing a bio style, so I mean it'd be easy for these bases to get dropped. So.
Yeah. Well, infestation, infestors are going to be on the way. We've got pathogen glands just now finishing up, and the hive just now beginning. But this is going to be ultras, as he's getting dangling speed now, and if he wanted to get broods, he would start the spire at the same time as that hive.
Yeah, I'm actually, I mean, in a way I am worried for Korlith because this is a style that he's actually not very good against. And he's going bio, which is a style he's not very good with. So,
Poor dude. What are your thoughts, man? Wysha Matt's got back into this game. Korlith is starting to drop, but is this going to be enough?
I mean, yeah, he's, I guess, back in the game, but I mean, he hasn't taken his 5th and 6th gas, so I mean, his Hive Tech units, I mean, he won't have very many of them. He hasn't started his fire yet, has he? No.
No, he's still going for that Ultra list.
So, yeah, he must be going for the Ultra list, but the thing is, well, actually, I guess he hasn't seen all the Marauders, but I mean, assuming, seeing as you've seen some Marauders, you gotta assume there's more to be had. So I mean, going ultras isn't exactly, I mean, it's a good idea, but you need a backup plan. So the Spire at least should be thrown down.
Okay. Well, if he ever asks me for my opinion, I will give him yours.
Well, good opinion would be, if you're gonna go Hive, it'd be a good idea to at least have a 5th and 6th gas. I don't know.
I got you, bro. So we do have +2 armor now finishing for Korlith. +3 attack is on the way, as well as +1 weapons attack. Planetary Fortress is on the way as well. This dude wants to be safe, well upgraded, and economic, and this is just what I love to see from Terran. Ultraless Cavern is going to be finishing up just now, so he's going to get those armor upgrades and try to push his opponent, but it may be rough.
I'm just really worried for why so mad now, because I mean, Korlith is actually going to beat him to 3-3. He actually, why so mad hasn't started Adrenal Glands or his 3-3 yet. He's now making 25 drones at the 18-minute mark, so you know, I mean, that's just not a good sign either. So I mean, everything should just be army by this point. There should not need to be any drones being made.
Unless you're like making a shitload of spine crawlers.
The spine crawlers, yeah. So as we've seen, he made 25 drones, and the Terran army's pushing across the map. So this isn't Zerg's worst nightmare, because let's look at the unit tab. We see 26 Zerglings, 8 Banelings, 4 Infestors.
58, 60 supply behind now. No ultras on the field, no ultra upgrade, no 3-3, no adrenal glands. Korlith has just sealed the deal. GG.
GG.
Kind of anticlimactic there, man.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly very exciting, but I mean, Korlith showed how bio is viable in ZVT. So
yeah,
there were a lot of mistakes on Why So Mad's part, but generally speaking, it was well played by both players.
All right. Well, this is.
Hello.
Hey, what are your thoughts on that game, buddy?
Went as I expected. Because of game 1, he didn't make units. So, game 2, I decided to send units. And he didn't have units.
I like
Then
that
Marauder
analysis.
Marauder Helling did a lot of damage. From there, I just kept the momentum up with the bio. Although as you saw, my money did go up, since I never really go mass bio against Zerg.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my money went up a little bit higher than I should have.
Okay.
But I just kept the momentum going, the multi-prong drops, and did damage everywhere, and eventually he fell apart.
Yeah, like your push was actually at a perfect time because he literally just made 25 drones while you were pushing through the middle of the map.
Did he really need all those drones?
Yes, actually he did. He was sitting at 58 drones at the 18-minute mark
Oh, wow.
on
I
5
could've
base.
He was only making drones.
Yeah. Well, you killed a lot of drones with the drops. So
Yeah.
again,
You killed like quite as many as you did that first game. You were at like 140 killed the first game, but you were still at like 60, I think.
Yeah, I decided
Yeah.
to send units this time, so he couldn't quite his drones.
I was worried for you at one point, but then once the hive tech finished and I looked and I seen he only had 4 gases, I was like, he's not gonna have enough for upgrades and hive tech units, so he chose the hive tech units and not the upgrades. Didn't have units either way, so.
Yeah, his counterattack did not go so well.
No.
Like, the only thing he could have really done to stop me from killing him is hope he gets really nice fungals and banelings, and then his army can clean up. But he lost all the Zerglings there, so he wouldn't have the army to actually kill me, because I had enough medevacs that he needs something other than fungal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, hey, is there anything else you want to share about that game? Because I have a question for you. But you go first.
Not really.
Okay.
Other than I didn't bother walling because he doesn't make units.
No units, no wall. I understand. Okay, so according to the schedule, this episode of Zergling Roundup is over. Now that's officially according to the schedule. My question to you is, would you like to continue?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, Tebow, Tevin,
Yeah, but-
we good?
I could probably do one more.
One more series?
I've got enough time for one more.
One more series.
All right, make it a Terran opponent then if you can.
Okay, best of
Just
3
forget about
TVT.
Let's see.
All right. Well, all
First
right.
turn.
Oh god, it's a TVT.
As long as it's not TVP,
Okay.
I'll be happy. But if we can make TVT happen, let's do it.
Word.
Let's see. Just give me a second.
No problem. We kind of sprung this on you at the last second.
Yeah, I was like,
No, because, I mean, you were asking, and I didn't have an answer for you, though I sent it to you in Battle.net. And that's the thing. At 12, we finish the best of 3, and then it's done. But, you know, if everyone's willing to go a little bit over, and I don't have to work the next morning, we're good. I actually have all day tomorrow off, so I'll go to 6 a.m. if you guys want to.
No. Working 7.5 hours? I could use some sleep.
Yeah, I worked 9 hours today. That was fun. Actually, it really was fun. I'm not even kidding.
What kind of job do you do?
I cook. I cook at a restaurant. It's short order cooking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I go to different parks and play with kids all fucking day. I'm all in. Talk about having fun. Literally get to be outside and play games.
okay, hey, I found one.
Awesome. You are my hero, midget. Or
Let's see.
grammatically, shouldn't that be you are my
Okay,
midget
yes.
hero?
Yep. Midget hero.
Yeah.
Well, either way works, man. I mean,
You are a heroic midget. Ha, I found a loophole.
oh. Okay, let me get our map set up here.
Alright, cool deal, cool deal. So guys, in a week and a half, I am finally getting my dreads put in.
Oh wait, Shaft isn't playing. Hello.
Oh, whoops, not bad.
Hey, no one ever spammed in LG. Good job.
Oh really?
We forgot.
Oh, I covered 5 or 6 channels.
Oh, I think everyone. See, the thing is, you might have to rotate out channels sometimes, even though you do hang out and answer
Yeah.
questions. Because I think I think Chris is still out there working on it, but I think all your other organizers have kind of fallen asleep.
All right. He's going to the bathroom, so guess we'll wait just a little bit.
Sweetness, and this is Black Death. Actually, this is a friend of mine.
Yeah, Black Death. He's right now he's currently in the top 8 masters. He's rank 7 masters, I believe. Yes, and that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, he's got a pretty decent match history right now.
He shows up to the King of the
Like he's
Hill.
been doing really good in ladder.
He shows up a lot to the King of the Hills, actually. He's won first prize, I think, in 2 of them, and I know he's won second prize in at least 3.
Is there an actual prize, or is it just pride?
At the moment,
Bragging rights.
no, at the moment, we have a really awesome prize. You see, when you win, I walk over to you, I shake your hand, I rub your back, and you get this warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It's so much better than anything material.
I understand.
Actually, I'm working with some sponsors right now. The thing is, with organization and stuff, we have issues with consistency. We'll build credibility with a really good show like tonight. Like, Midget, you've made a world of difference tonight. Like, thank you. You're doing an amazing job. But then we'll get an organizer who can't really handle it or isn't so good at working, from their own experience. Because if I have to micromanage an organizer, I can't do my job. My job is to pay, like, Korlith as much attention as possible and probe his mind and really understand. But if I'm sidetracked with text and organizing, it makes life a lot harder. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
All right.
case.
So it looks like he's back, and we're all ready to go.
Okay, let's go ahead and drop young jail. Never mind, no biggie.
Oh, dropping?
Well,
Oops.
no problem. You promoted him to host.
I meant to press drop, but
C'est la vie. C'est la vie.
Well, that guy was Black Death's friend, I think.
Oh,
There's no real reason to drop him.
it's cool, no problem. Usually just the protocol is no one's allowed to watch.
Oh.
We're jerks around here.
So you're trying to eliminate lag then?
Yeah, mostly.
Ah. Fair enough.
And to tell him to watch the stream.
With that too. This is not Why So Mad, this is Black Death. Okay, so... Boing.
Well, you don't have to worry about stream cheating. This guy will need more than that to beat me.
Alrighty,
No.
Korlith. Thoughts, TBT.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. But Terran openings are pretty much the same as my Protoss ones if I do the no gas expand.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll get 3 racks, double gas. I prefer to go reactors before the tech lab.
Reactors before the tech lab?
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Okay.
Some go for tech lab instead.
Alright. Will you do me a favor and throw your mic against a wall? Like break it in half and duct tape it back together? Because if we have the hardest time hearing you, I think that would help.
Well, it's not quite mine, so throwing it against the wall, not the best idea.
But breaking it in half and duct taping it, that seems cool, right?
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Okay. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But anyways, man, thank you for your insight. I'm going to go ahead and drop you from the call so we can get this cast on the way 2.5 minutes into the game. Alright, guys, so here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we've got the purple Terran. His name is SCD Korlith. He has yet to drop a game on this episode of Zergling Roundup. And here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have the red Terran who is making an orbital command right this second. Guess what? Guess what his name is? It's Black Death.
Yeah, it is. Well, TVT, this is so far everything's a mirror, so both players must be going for an expansion.
Absolutely. Uh-oh, looks like my dog is about to pee on the floor. I really should go let him out, but I'm casting.
Don't do it, don't be.
Yes, please don't. Anyways, well, there's those expansions we were talking about. And, okay, we've got another barracks on the way for Black Death, so he is... Oh, and gases, so we no longer have this mirror thing going on. 2 barracks on the way for Korlith, who has not yet shown any interest in getting gas.
What's gas?
Gas? Who needs that?
Just the stuff that you pass. What? So obviously we're going to be able to see some tech from Black Death if we so chooses to, or maybe it's just an early stim or combat shield timing push, who knows?
Well,
Too early to tell at this point.
Korlith is also getting 2 gas, so what that kind of tells me is he's still going to be doing some kind of... He's doing basically the same thing Black Death is. He's just doing it a little bit slower with a little bit better of economy. And in a mirror matchup, that's really important.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, if obviously they're going for the exact same thing, if you can get yours faster, obviously, then that's a bit of an advantage.
Yes, sir. It can be. So, TVT, mirror match, kind of slow early on, but it more than makes up for that in the later stages of the game. Tebow, I really am worried about my wood floor right now. You are in charge of the camera and the cast. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. So yeah, Engineering Bay going down for Black Death right now, so obviously we're getting a +1 timing here. Korlith, what are we choosing here? Factory, no Engineering Bay, so his +1's going to actually be a little later than Black Death. So actually it just looks like we're just going to have the standard Marine... Is there any Marauders? Nope. Okay, so it's just going to be the Marine medevac from Korlith, it looks like. And we're actually going to have the +1 Marine medevac from Black Death, so actually I'm kind of favoring Black Death's opening here. So we're just now getting the Engineering Bay from Korlith. Let's see. The SCV count is actually showing Black Death as ahead in SCVs. Actually, it's just tied up now. Marine count is also favoring actually Korlith right now, only by 1. Now it's tied again. But the main important thing here is just to note, oh wow, actually the Starport's going to be done at the same time.
But
Wow.
Korlith does have the stem pack a little bit faster, but one is +1 ranged attack is upgrading a little faster for Black Death. So the DPS all in all should equal each other out, right?
Yeah, actually I think it would still favor Stim just because the DPS would actually be higher, obviously because there's more attacks going out than at once, so...
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't actually... I'm kind of waiting for someone to... Okay, Korlith has his 3rd and 4th gas coming up. Black Death needs at least a 3rd gas to go up so he can actually afford all these medevacs. because I just see like he's gonna be pretty starved for gas here.
Medevacs make or break a Terran. Could you imagine a Terran without being able to like heal their own units? Medics or medevacs.
Oh, they'd stim it to death.
True story.
And Korlith loves to stim.
Man, those be them good drugs, yeah.
Good jugs.
I wonder if it's like meth or if it's like even better or like what it would feel like. Could you imagine what a stim pack would feel like if you just shot one up and played like a StarCraft tournament?
Well, remember in like StarCraft 1, Marines would always be like, ah, that's the stuff. Or was that the fire bats? I think that was fire bats.
Yeah, I think so.
So it had to be good shit, man.
True story.
Oh, he actually might lose these medevacs.
Uh-oh, I'm really worried about Korlith right here. Uh-oh, who's lagging?
Oh, Korlith's actually in a lot of trouble right now. He's actually no siege mode. Yeah, he's actually in a horrible position.
Life Death maybe taking the first game off Korlith, who has thus far been undefeated. Just too many Marines here.
Convincingly too. I mean, everything was ahead for Black Death, like everything, like, other than Stim. But I mean, that came in at the perfect time for Black Death, so his attack was near perfect.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, I want to wrap up this game. I want to get the Korlith's opinion on it. Then we're going to go to a 5-minute break, and then we'll meet back up here and finish up this cast.
Yeah.
Where is Korlith? Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. That's a good Korlith.
Alright. What's the... What map? What am I allowed to choose?
Any map you want.
Any map.
Any map.
Alright.
Especially with it being TVT.
Any map.
You can literally choose any map. But hey, what are your thoughts on that last map?
Well, start up a game on GSL Whirlwind.
Okay. Want to talk to us about that last match?
Well, that map... I do not know why he set up missile turrets. I feel like he expects to go into a base trade. I feel like he expects to go into a base trade, like every time he plays, because there's no reason to have missile turrets set up that fast.
Okay. What about the missile turrets makes you feel like it has to be a base trade, though? Could you break that down for us as Zergy players?
Well, the reason I feel like he expects to go into base trades is because it's impractical to get missile turrets that fast. His army is smaller. He can't expand to take a third base as fast.
Mm-hmm.
He knows I'm not going Banshees off the start. And if I was, he would easily be able to react with Marines.
One thing I noticed is he had combat shields. He had combat shield and then went stim. And yeah, your stim beat his. But yeah.
Forgot to upgrade combat shields.
Okay. I was about to say, like, ouch.
Yeah. Well, hey, is there anything else we want to say about that last game?
Not much else to say.
All right, man. Well, guess what? You get a 5-minute break. So then we'll come back here for game number 2. Okay.
All right.
All right. 12:20 or 12:33. All right, guys. Meet back for part 3. 12:33.